Welcome to Swad's Kitchen. Let's make the crispy murukku, which is surprisingly soft to the teeth. Have you subscribed yet? Come on, let's make these gorgeous looking murukku. All we need is besan flour or gram flour and rice flour. You can use idiyappam flour also. We need equal parts of besan or gram flour and rice flour. Now place them in a wide bowl and give it a nice mix. We want them to combine fully. You can either use ready-made idiyappam flour or rice flour or make it at home. I will just tell you how to make the rice flour. Now once that is mixed, in an idli cooker, with a cloth, spread the flour and steam it for 5 to 7 minutes. Now the steaming is done. Let's see how it looks. It's done beautifully. We've got little water from the lid, but it's totally fine. We're going to add water and mix it anyways. It's too hot for the touch, so please be careful. It's too hot. Let it cool down. It is steamed very well. It is cooked through. The next step is to sift it. Let's wait for it to cool down. After 5 minutes, it is cooled down completely. We need to sift it to a very smooth and airy flour. Transfer the contents to the sieve. If you're going for the bigger sieve, you have to do it twice or thrice to ensure the flour is airy. Now I'll tell you how to make the rice flour at home. You have to take raw rice, soak it for 3 to 4 hours, wash it well, drain the water completely. Spread them onto a good kitchen towel which is absorbing the water, and immediately you can just take off the rice to a container or any bag. Get it ground to a fine powder in any shops, or you can do it with your own mixer jar. We do not want the rice to dry out. If you are using it instantly, you can directly use it. Otherwise, you will have to roast it well, and you can store it in an airtight in the fridge for up to 1 or 2 months. See, now our flour is ready. Now let's add in the sesame seeds and the carom seeds. I've taken half a teaspoon of the sesame and 1 teaspoon of the carom seeds. It's very good for health, for digestion. So you have to always ensure you crush the carom seeds well before adding it to any of your recipes, because that's going to release nice aroma and the flavors. Add in quarter teaspoon of asafoetida, quarter teaspoon to half a teaspoon of salt, just enough. Since we have added a lot of powders, just ensure you mix it very well. Now we have taken equal parts of the rice flour and the besan. So whichever bowl or cup you are using for measuring, just take half cup of water for this. Do not go for the entire quantity. You have to just take the quantity of the bowl or cup which you are using for the measuring for the initial time. Now Just check, this is too thick for us. So now you can gradually add water, that is very little by little, half a teaspoon at a time. Now I see that the dough is very thick and tight. I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of water, sprinkling like this, and give it again a nice mix. I'm going for half a teaspoon more. Now the dough is more manageable. We have to get it through the murukku maker. It doesn't stick to the plate or anything, and you can see how soft it is. I'm taking this shape of the murukku maker like this. And let's get the oil also heated meanwhile. So you have to take the dough like this and shape it to the shape of the murukku maker so that you can get it inside easily. On the back of the ladle, we can just make shapes like this, or you can directly press the murukku in the hot oil if you want loose shapes. Let's do another one. I'll show you again. In the back of the ladle, we're gonna gently press in with the murukku maker and make the desired shape. Just give it around like this. The main thing is that once you cut the dough from the murukku maker, you have to just gently press it so that it doesn't lose the shape when it's put onto the hot oil. Now the shaping is done. Let's get it fried. We're gonna do a small test to check whether the oil is hot enough for frying the murukku. Make a small ball out of the dough and place it onto the hot oil. If it pops up immediately, it means it is good to go. The oil is hot enough. Now in this case, it is taking few seconds. See, now it has come up. So it should come up like this. So let's wait another few seconds. Now the oil is hot. Just go near the oil with the ladle and just flip the ladle. Murukku goes directly into the oil. We do not want it to splutter everywhere. Just take it very close to the oil and just give it a flip. Look at the bubbles. An easy way to check if the murukku is done is that the bubbles has to come down very well. Once it stops bubbling, it means it is almost cooked. But before that, we have to just change the side of the cooking. We have to flip the murukku in order to ensure it is cooked well inside out and on both sides. And throughout this, just ensure the flame is in medium high. We do not want the murukku to burn. Look at that, the bubbles have come down very well. It is almost done. Look at those beauties, the beautiful color on the murukku. It's absolutely ready. Hope you have subscribed. Let's eat. Yum yum. Tata. Bye bye from Swad's Kitchen.